What is the value of 106 square? So this is 106 plus 6 and that gives you 112 and now the square of 6 that is 36. Now the value of 106 square is 11236. Good morning class, this is Tapas Patra. Welcome to the tips and tricks series. In this series, we are going to discuss some of the tricks of mathematics by which we can minimize our time consumption. So in today's class, we are going to discuss how to find square of a number within some seconds. Okay. So before going to the tricks, let's try to understand what is the meaning of square of a number. For example, if I write 5 square, so what does this mean? This is 5 is multiplied with 5. If I write 7 square, what does this mean? 7 is multiplied with 7. That means if I write any square, that means the same number is multiplied with itself. Okay. Suppose I write 17 square, that means 17 should be multiplied with itself. Okay. So square of any number means we have to multiply the number with itself twice. Okay. So I hope this is clear. But if we have a single digit number, then it is very easy to calculate the value. Clear? But if we have a big number like 97 square, so how to find out this? If I have another number 103 square, how to find this number? Yes, obviously we can do that 103 into 103 and that will give us the result. But it will take time. In examination, we do not have enough time to solve this thing. Hence, we need some kind of tricks to solve this kind of question. So in today's class, we are going to see how can we find out the square of such kind of numbers which are very close to 100. Okay, so today's topic is find the square of a number whose base is 100. Whose base is 100. That means we are going to find out the square of such kind of numbers which are very close to 100. Let's take an example 107 square. So how can we find the square of this number? So at first we have to check whether this number is greater than 100 or less than 100. So look at this number. As you can see that this number is 7 more than 100. That means we have to add 7 to the original number. So the original number is 107. Now we have to add 7 here. So what will happen? Now this will be 114. Now whatever number we are adding, we have to take square of this number. So 7 square is 49. So we have to write this number at the right hand side. Okay. Now 107 square is your 11449. Okay, is it clear? Now let's try to take another number. Suppose I take 109. So what is the square of 109? So as you can see that this number is 9 more than 100. That means we have to add 9 to the original number. So the original number is 109 and we are adding 9 to it. So what will you get? Now you will get 118. Okay. Now what will you do? Now just square this number. So 9 square is 81. So 109 square is 11881. Is it clear? Okay. Whenever you are writing the square of the number, always remember that you have to fill 2 digits only. So what did I say? Now whenever you are writing square of this number here, always remember that you have to fill 2 digits, that is the unit digit and 10th digit. Sometime you will not find that kind of 2 digit number. You may end up with 1 digit number or you may end up with 3 digit number. So let's try that kind of question. For example, 103 square. Okay. Now you can see that this number is 3 more than 100. That means you have to add 3 to the original number. So whatever this number will be 106. Now you have to write the square of this number. So square of 3 is 9. But if you write 9 over here, then you will get a wrong answer. So how will you do this? Now sir, 103 plus 3 will give you 106, and in place of writing 9 only, you will write 09. So this is the exact answer. So what are you doing here? Now you have to fill two digits. Okay. So if you are getting a two-digit number, then write it here. But if you are getting a single-digit number, then you have to write a 0 before this number. For example, 102 square. Now what will happen? Now sir, 102, and as this number is 2 more than 100, therefore I have to add 2 here. So what will get? 104, and square of 2 is 4. So instead of writing only 4 here, we are writing 04. So the answer of 102 square is 10404. Is it clear? Okay. But sometime you will get a number which is a three-digit number. For example, uh, 112 square. Now as you can see that this number is 12 more than 100. So you have to add 12 to the original number. So 112 plus 12. Okay. Now what will you get? Now sir, this is 124. Okay. Now what you have to do? Now you have to square this number. So what is the value of 12 square? That is your 144. Now if you write 144 here, you will get a wrong answer. So what we have to do? Now 124 is there. There is only two places here. So what you have to do is, you have to write 144 in this manner. That means this 1 will be carry forwarded to the previous digit. Now what will here? Now what will happen here? Now this will be your 12544. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Let's try to do another one. Suppose I write 125 square. So as you can see that this number is 25 more than 100. That means you have to add 25 to the original number. Now what will you get? So 125 plus 25 is your 150. Okay. Now what you have to do? Now you have to add, or you have to write the square of this number. Now the square of 25 is 625. Okay. This is a three-digit number. So we cannot write it here. So what we have to do? Now we have to write 25 here, and this 6 will comes under this. Now what will happen? Now 15625. Now this is the square of 125. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's try to find the square of a number which is less than 100. For example, 96 square. So how to find out this thing? Now look at this number. This number is less than 100. This is 4 less than 100. That means you have to subtract 4 from this original number. So the original number is 96, and you have to subtract this number. So what you have? This is your 92. Okay. Now again, the square of this number, that is 16. So you have to write it here. So this is the square of 96. Let's try to do another number. 92 whole square. Okay. Now as you can see, this number is 8 less than 100. This number is 8 less than 100. So what you have to do? Now 92 minus 8. Okay. So what you get? Now this is your 84. Okay. Now in place of 8 square, you have to write 64 here. So this is the answer of 92 square. Is it clear? Let's try to do another thing. That is 87 square. So how to do this? Now if you see that this number is 13 less than 100. Yes or no? So this number is 13 less than 100. So what you have to do? Now at first you have to subtract 13 from the original number. So what will you get here? Now this is your 74. Yes? Okay. Now you have to write the square of this number. So the square of this number is 169, which is a three-digit number. So what will you get? Now sir, 7, 4 plus 1 will 5, and this is 69. So this is the answer of 87 square. Okay. So I hope this kind of questions are clear to you. Now let's try to find out square of certain number from your side. Okay. So try to find out 116 square, 84 square, okay, 121 square, and 88 square. Okay, so find the square of this number from your end and write it in the comment section. So I hope you enjoyed the trick. Kindly share this video as much as possible so that everyone can learn something. Okay, so thank you, class.